Hello everyone. I welcome you all to my new YouTube channel Education Planet. On this channel you will get all the class 12th biology updates for the foundation courses. Online videos are available for the foundation courses and the competitive courses like AIMS, NEET. Okay. So, today we will start with our first chapter of biology, class 12th, that is flower, the site of reproduction. In this chapter, first of all, we will study part 1, that is the introduction part. And here we will start with the structure of the flowers. So, what is a flower? Okay, all of you know about the plant. Plant is having a shoot system and a root system. Okay, so flower is a part of a shoot system. Okay, flower is a specialized reproductive shoot of flowering plants. And what are flowering plants? Flowering plants are angiosperms. Okay, so it consists of a receptacle. Okay, I will show you in the diagram what's the receptacle. Receptacle basically is that portion which is holding all the flower parts. Okay, the basal portion of the flower which is holding all the flower part is called as the receptacle, on which are inserted the necessary flower parts. A flower is, what is a flower? A flower is a modified condensed shoot. Okay, that is a part of the shoot system. So, flower is modified condensed shoot, specialized to carry out sexual reproduction. Okay, it undergoes the sexual reproduction in higher plants. Okay, flower is a mode of a sexual reproduction in higher plants. Like a branch, okay, branch arises from the main stem. Okay, every plant has a stem, and from stem arises its branches. So similarly, a flower also arises as a branch, and it arises from the axil. What is axil? Axil is the portion from where the flower arises. Okay, of small leaf-like structure that is called as the bract, from where the flower arises. The terminal part of the axis of the flower. Okay, so the terminal part, that is receptacle, which supports all the floral appendages like sepals. These are the flower parts: sepals, petals, stamens, and carpels. Okay, that portion which is holding all these parts is called as the receptacle, or we call it as a thalamus or torus. Okay, so now here is the vertical section. Okay, when we cut the flower, when we observe a flower vertically, then how does it look like? Okay, so here is the vertical section of the typical flower. Okay, I told you the term receptacle. Okay, so here is the receptacle. Okay, here is the receptacle. Receptacle, I told you, that is the basal portion. Okay, which is bearing all the flower parts. Okay, so receptacle is this terminal portion. Okay, here you see these green leaf like structures. What they are called? They are called as sepals, or we call them as a calyx also. Okay, they are called as a calyx. Then all flowers are having different colors. Okay, here you see these different colors appendages, they are called as petals. Okay, or we call them as a corolla. Okay, now I am telling that flower is the reproductive part of the plant. That means there should be a male part and the female part. Okay, so here is the stamen. The stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. Okay, this is the male reproductive part of the flower. Okay, and stamen consists of two parts. Okay, this bilobed structure you see on the screen, all of you are able to see this bilobed structure, that is called as the anther. Okay, and this tube like structure which is connecting anther to the receptacle, this tube like structure is called as the filament. Okay, this is the male reproductive part called as the stamen. Okay, and here is the carpel. Carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. Okay, and it consists of three parts. Okay, this top receptive spot is called as stigma. Okay, and this basal portion, okay, swollen portion is called as the ovary. Okay, and inside ovary are present small seed like structures, they are called as ovules. Okay, and the portion that is connecting stigma to the ovary, this tube like portion is called as the style. Okay, so here we have discussed, in this way we have discussed all the parts of flower, or we call them as a floral appendages. Is it clear to all of you now? Okay, now come to the, this is the flow chart. Okay, and by this flow chart I am going to explain you the parts of a typical flower. Okay, when we talk about the parts of a typical flower, I told you the flowering plants, they are called as angiosperms. Okay, only angiosperms are the plants which bear the flowers. Okay, so a typical angiospermic flower, it consists of 4 whorls. Okay, 4 whorls means 4 circles. Okay, it consists of 4 whorls. Let me erase it and draw it again. Okay, so it consists of 4 whorls. Okay, this is the innermost whorl, then outer, third whorl, and the fourth whorl. Okay, so these whorls I have drawn for the floral appendages. Okay, I have told you by the vertical section about the floral appendages. Okay, so if we talk about the floral appendages, first appendage I told you that are green color small leaf like structures, they are called as calyx, or we call them as a sepals. Okay, then is the corolla. This outermost whorl consists of sepals. Okay, this outermost whorl is sepals. Second whorl is of corolla. Okay, colorful appendage, that is called as corolla. Okay, then third appendage is of androecium. Okay, that is the male reproductive part and is called as the stamen. Okay, and innermost, that is the gynoecium, or we call it as a carpel. Is it clear? Okay, so in this way a flower consists of 4 whorls of floral appendages: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now when flower undergoes reproduction, when it matures and it undergoes a reproduction, then what happens? This calyx and corolla, they shed off. Okay, they shed off at the time of the reproduction. They are not having any role in the reproduction. Okay, so they are called as a non-essential, or we call them as a accessory parts. Okay, and if we talk about androecium and gynoecium, okay, so these are the main reproductive part, they help in the reproduction, they have the major role in reproduction, so they are called as the essential and the reproductive parts of the flower. Is it clear to all of you now? Okay, so in this way today we have discussed about the structure and the parts of flower. That's it for today. Okay, next we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Thank you so much.